I'm gonna be honest with you guys. For a while, I thought that Apple was trying to slowly and silently kill off the HomePod because they had done very few updates on it. I did a video review on it last year. I've had the HomePod Mega, which is what I'm gonna dub it now, for over a year now, and my review wasn't too positive, but I still like the HomePod, and that's why I'm excited to be here with the HomePod Mini in 2 different fonts. And you know what? We're gonna have a look at it today in another super cool unboxing. Alright, so this is the white HomePod Mini. I don't know if they actually call it white or not. They actually call it white. They actually call it the color it is, unlike the iPhone, because we all know that silver is actually white. I'm just saying. So those of you not familiar with the HomePod, it's a smart speaker. It's going to be similar to your Amazon Echo or your Google Nest or Google Home, depending on when you got in on their ecosystem, because they changed it to Nest. But the thing about the HomePod is, at least the big HomePod, is it had a really good sound quality. Like, as far as from my ears, definitely one of the best speakers that I've tested in that price range as far as sound. That's why I like the HomePod so much. Like, it's literally my living room speaker. If I need to cast something from my phone really quickly, I just do it from the HomePod or do it to the HomePod because it sounds so good. So let's open this box. And honestly, the box, when I saw how small it was, I was like, I was not expecting it to be this small. Like, when they announced it, I know it was gonna be like a mini. I was expecting like half the size. Whoa. This is definitely not half the size of a regular HomePod. This is like maybe 1/4 of a HomePod. Interesting. This terminates to USB-C, and it's a built-in power cord. It's still got the mesh fabric. This fabric feels really high quality. This thing is $100, so I didn't get any crazy discounts. You know, I'm always looking for the discounts, but no, this was actually pre-ordered, so it just got here today on Tuesday, the 17th, November 17th. When I'm recording this video. That does make it more convenient, though. It's not a very long cord. If I had to say, it's probably like maybe 3 feet. So the fact that it terminates to USB-C does make it easier if you need to place it on a desk or something like that. Wow, what's this, Apple? What is this crazy thing? This is a power. Is this a power cord? And an Apple device in the box? So this actually comes with the 20-watt power adapter, the new one. So these retail for about $19. I'm glad to see that they included this because, yeah, in a product like this, it wouldn't have made any sense to not include a power cord. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where is the Apple sticker? There's no Apple sticker. I'm gonna be very upset. They give you one. They give you an Apple sticker. Okay, I'm happy now. I'm happy. I feel like it looked a lot bigger in the presentation, but yeah, when I saw the box today, I was like, "There's no way this thing can be that big." So, yeah, this thing, for me, one-handed pickup is not very big. I mean, this is more so gonna be in their mind like a bedroom or a speaker for a smaller room. And I have the regular HomePod here, which is a lot heavier as well. Just for size comparison, this is the regular. This is our old school HomePod. Obviously built-in power cord. It's a lot longer than the Mini. But the Mini one, it's a really nice cord. I just wish for both the HomePod regular and the Mini that they made the cord detachable. It'd make it a lot easier as far as, trying to, like, if you're trying to arrange this on the shelf and you need to get the power cord through like a hole or something like that. It'd just be a little bit easier. At least this one, the power brick comes off, so that makes it a little bit easier with the Mini. But yeah, let's get this plugged in. I'm also gonna go ahead and plug in the regular HomePod as well. There's the boot up for the regular, and it's glowing white at the top. Plugged in the Mega. I'm just waiting for it to boot back up. I gotta stop calling it the Mega. In typical Apple fashion, I'm gonna guess that you have to either use an iPhone or an iPad to set it up. Yep, and then it just pops up right here to set up. So this is actually going to be in Jeff's office. So this is cool. If you already have the home app set up with your rooms and stuff, it'll ask you which room that you want to put it in. So this is still setting up. So yeah, it's the same dealio with a lot of Apple's more recent products where you got your phone or your iPad and you put it beside there. This again is Jeff's iPad on, which y'all they're gonna have the old crusty, 10.5 iPad Pro, which at least does have the high refresh rate screen. So I'm not gonna knock him for that. But I got the 2018. I'm not old school like that. Not that there's anything wrong with being old school. Some of us are just old school. This is how we live our lives. Not judging anybody. I'm just kidding. No, the 10.5-inch iPad Pro is still really good. Yeah, that's one difference. The plus and minus on the top are permanently there, whereas on the regular HomePod, it only comes up if you tap the surface, which is kind of annoying, honestly, because sometimes I want to turn it down, but I don't know where the volume is, and then I'll hit the wrong thing. So it's actually better to have the plus and minus at the top, in my opinion. But the main thing we want to test on this is the music. So let me just play a non-licensed song that I know is not licensed because I created it. Hold on, the bass knocking. No, this little thing has some bass. I'm surprised. It's knocking. Okay, so this is max volume. This would probably be fine, definitely for like a bedroom or a smaller room. I'm surprised by how much low end this actually has. It's really good for a speaker this size. So let's switch to the Mega so we can have like a sound comparison. Nah, this thing literally is shaking the table. Like the bass on the HomePod is ridiculous. Obviously, as far as the sound comparison, there's really no comparison between the two. The regular HomePod definitely sounds a lot better, but for this size and the price, this also sounds really good. I'm not gonna lie, I was like shocked. I'm gonna have to take a quick listen again because this thing is crazy. So this is at max
even though
value.
it's all 3 games that I beat,
listening to a
so
podcast.
Cool to actually play them with these like updated resolutions and to play them on my favorite system of
on the
all
HomePod
time,
Mini.
literally the Switch.
They both sound really good as far as like spoken content like podcasts. Of course,
so awesome that Nintendo
this just has you just hear more of the room when you listen to it on the HomePod. Whereas this sounds like a good overall speaker, but the HomePod, the regular HomePod, just has a special sound. It's hard to explain. It's just overall has a lot of bass. It has a lot of, you feel a lot of the room. You feel a lot of the atmosphere when you listen to the HomePod. Of course, the benefit of having more than one is you can also play content on all the HomePods at the same time. It also works with Sonos speakers as well that have AirPlay. But you can also AirPlay to multiple devices at the same time. So let me go back to the music here. I said music. I don't know. Music. But yeah, like I mentioned, if you have multiple devices that do AirPlay, you can AirPlay them at the same time and do like a whole home setup. And it also works for Sonos speakers that have AirPlay. I also have a receiver that has AirPlay. And speaking of Sonos speakers, make sure to subscribe because I have another super cool unboxing coming up in a couple of weeks. And it is a Sonos speaker, kinda. You might already know what I'm talking about, but subscribe if you don't want to miss it. Now, if you don't want to go back and watch my long 20-minute review of the HomePod, a lot of the stuff that I said that was negative still stands true with the HomePod, and that was never the audio quality. I thought the audio quality was always excellent. The price has come down a lot, so a lot of the stuff I said about the price isn't relevant anymore because you can find... I did not mean to start playing that again. A lot of the stuff about the price isn't true because you can find a regular HomePod now on sale a lot of the times for around $200, when back then like sale price was around $300. So as far as, a good speaker in that range, this is definitely up there. Like, I feel like just as a speaker, like if that's what you care about, it's worth the money. But still, as a smart home device, there are still a lot of devices in my house that I can't use the HomePod for, like my Logitech Harmony Hub, or like I have an Ecovacs D-Bot robot vacuum and I have a Roomba. I can't use it for either of those. So there's just gonna be certain things that it's just not gonna work with. Also, some random like bootleg light strips from Amazon that I have that only work with the Echo. So there's just certain things that still aren't a part of HomeKit, and Apple has tried to open up more to developers. And I know someone mentioned in the comments, about using Homebridge for the Logitech Harmony Hub, which is an option, but I never responded to the comment directly. But what I'll say to that is, why would I spend all the time setting up Homebridge, having a computer that has to sit here and run this relay server pretty much to get it to do what I want to, when I can spend $30 on an Amazon Echo that will do all of these things with no issues? And that was my biggest problem with it. And that's still my biggest problem with it. It's like, as a smart speaker, it's still not there. Although Siri is a lot better than, I'm not going to say the A word. It's a lot better than Alexandria. You know who I'm talking about. I don't want to say it because I know it sets off people's devices. But as far as like actual like responsiveness, when I turn the lights on or off with the HomePod, it's way faster than with the Echo, and it understands me a lot more than the Echo does. So Siri as an assistant is still way better than what you get on the Echo. It's just, as far as its capabilities when it comes to smart home supported items, is very limited. If you're buying this for the smart speaker functionality, it's not going to be the greatest experience. You probably will still at least need like an Amazon Echo if you want to get like full functionality, no matter what smart home device that you buy, or you can get like a Google Home or a Google Nest Mini. But as far as like whole home Apple ecosystem, because they added the walkie-talkie feature now too, like just getting these things and getting a HomePod for that, and then the HomePod still offering great, like this could be a good living room speaker along with these to make it like a whole home audio experience. It's not a bad idea. I really think the HomePod is something special. It has its own special sound and it sounds great. The HomePod Mini sounds really good for a speaker this small, and at $100, like it sounds pretty good to me. But yeah, that's it. That is my unboxing and first impressions of the HomePod Mini. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to tell a friend, tell a coworker, like, share, and subscribe, and always do at least 2 things at the same time. Peace. See, it's the Mini and then it's the Mega. I mean, I guess they could technically call it the Max. I can see them doing that. HomePod Max with their iPhone naming scheme. They need like a big one that's like the size of my head.